just knowing and you viewing some videos, because I know you were looking at some videos before we started on the tackle itself. How do you feel about this new rule change?
I feel like it's one of those tough things. Like it almost seems like a routine tackle. You're like, yeah, I mean, you grab somebody, you bring them down. Most likely, you're gonna grab them somewhere, chest to knee, which puts you right around the hips or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there's a lot of money involved and all this kind of thing. Like you just kind of want to keep people safe. Like
Yeah, of course.
you see like a lot of these big injuries from things like that. And it's like, can we prevent this a little bit better? I don't know if this is quite it, but they gotta start somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear that for sure. And like with me, it's just that you know we know what the game is, and especially the players, the coaches, everybody that's involved in the game, from Pop Warner to high school to college to the pros. They know what they're getting themselves into, right? And we do, as fans, appreciate the fact that they're trying to be more safe with the game, because you don't want to see players going crazy after having concussions, and then next thing you know, at 45, 50 years old, dudes are committing suicide, unfortunately, and all this crazy stuff that is happening. We don't want to see that. But again, as fans, we want to see the same game that we've been growing up to love to see. And if you're taking away certain aspects of the game that changes the game ultimately, it's tough for fans to actually agree with that. Would you think so?
Yeah, I feel it's hard not to be on board with a lot of like the concussion protocols and like a lot of those things that really just mess it up, especially like quarterbacks and stuff like that. Um, and so you're like, yeah, we gotta kind of do something about that. But when you start like kind of getting that, like, all right, now let's start looking out for this and for that. It's like, all right, yeah, this is a different game than I grew up with. I mean, it's definitely a different game now. You watch like highlights from like early 2000s or the 90s or something. It's just guys just getting laid out all the time, and you're kind of used to that. And I get it. We can't really see that kind of stuff anymore because, like you said, it's taking a toll on a lot of athletes. However, sometimes you don't want to see it like completely taken away either. Like, man, I don't want to just see flag football either. Like,
Exactly.
what happens to the NFL if it kind of starts to push towards that way? Like, all right, now no more tackling the quarterback, just a two-hand touch on the wrap them up, but keep them up or something. It's like, all right, well, what are we watching anymore?
Yeah, it's not the same NFL that we've seen as
Yeah,
kids. It's not the same.